Hey everyone, my name is Kevin, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I make $1,613 of passive income every single month. I'm going to prove it to you with my income sources, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. So I make videos like this all the time about personal finance, real estate investing, passive income. So if you like that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video if it helped you out. Now let's jump right into it. I used to love watching videos like this, especially when people were open and honest and broke down exactly how they made their passive income. Now this video is not a flex. I'm not trying to brag at all. There's so many people online that make substantially more in passive income every single month than I do. But I made this video because I used to love watching these kind of videos, especially when people were open and honest and showed exactly how they did it. And in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. First off, I'll break down my sources of passive income with exactly how much money I make from each one of them, and then I will tell you how to make passive income yourself. So with that, let's jump right into it. My first source of passive income comes from my real estate investment. So I actually own a piece of 450 different apartment units comprising 3 different apartment complexes. In total, that brings in about $500 every single month. So I first got this investment back in 2017 when I joined the firm that I'm with now. So we buy, renovate, and sell apartment complexes, and I knew that this was a good acquisition, so I put my money alongside our other investors. Those investors include insurance companies and pension funds, and with that, you're able to buy substantially large properties where you're going to get economies of scale and professional management. So back in July of 2017, I invested $68,800 into this real estate fund. I did it because I was very confident in the market and in the product and in the story that we were behind. At the time, this was basically all the money that I had. All the money I had from every job I've worked, every gift that I've gotten, every single investment that I've made, all of it combined into one. And I pushed it all to the center because I knew that this investment was going to turn out to be pretty good. Now, the reason I put my money into a real estate fund as opposed to buying a single family home was because when I invested in this real estate fund, it's completely passive. I don't have to do anything. The most work I have to do for this money is go to the mailbox to pick up my check. Buying apartments as opposed to single family homes comes with professional management, and it comes with the ability to make money from alternative revenue sources that you're not able to get with a single family home. For example, you're able to make cable revenue with an apartment complex, but not so with a single family home. What do I mean by this? Well, if you've rented an apartment, chances are they've put in front of you an AT&T contract or a Comcast contract where they've said, we prefer if you use this cable company if you want to get cable or you want to get internet service. The reason they do that is because Comcast, AT&T, whoever the provider is, will actually pay the apartment complex a little bit of money for each customer at the apartment that signs up for their service. This is just one of the many little reasons why I prefer to invest in apartments as opposed to single family homes. Now, my $500 I get every single month on that $68,800 investment works out to around 8 or 9% cash on cash return. But that's not the entirety of my return. Every single month, we pay down the principal on the mortgage little by little, and every single month, we're increasing the value of the property by increasing rents, therefore increasing the value of my investment. I figured between these two sources, it's around $100 to $200 every single month in additional value that I get on my investment that I'm not seeing in my cash flow, but I'm not including that here. One other great reason why real estate is so awesome is because you get depreciation, which allows you to pay very little tax today on the passive income that you receive, and you could defer your taxation to much later. All in all, I'm a huge fan of real estate. It's what I do as my full-time profession, and it is one way to generate substantial amounts of wealth over time. The one downside to real estate is that it costs a lot of money to get started, which brings me to my second source of passive income. Next up on the passive income list is my income from YouTube, which amounts to around $200 every single month. Now, I started this channel a little bit earlier on in the year, and I did it mainly as an outlet to have some fun and to talk about nerdy things like personal finance that I really enjoy. If there's a good credit card bonus, chances are I already know about it. But when I made this channel, I really didn't expect to make any money. Frankly, it was kind of a fog, and I didn't exactly know how much money that you could make from YouTube until I started watching other YouTubers, and they broke down how much money they made. But I thought there's no way that I'm going to get there at least anytime soon, and so I'm just going to do this to have some fun. But to my surprise, I started to make a little bit of money every single day, around $6, $7, $8, $10 every day on the videos that I already put up. This may not seem like a lot, but to me, it's an extra Chipotle bowl that I get paid for every single day, which is good enough for me. Now, I'll admit that this source of income is kind of quasi-passive. It's not entirely passive because I have to make the video and upload it and write it and make the thumbnails initially, which takes a lot of time, but once it's online, Whether I'm awake, I'm asleep, whatever I'm doing, it's going to be generating a little bit of money off of the ad revenue. For example, I have some videos that I made a few months ago which are making me money today, even though I'm not doing anything with them. And when I compare this to other investments like real estate, the entry cost was substantially lower. In fact, it was close to zero. All that took was my time to put together the videos and upload them online. It was free to do, as opposed to a real estate investment, which I had to save and save and save my entire life in order to put that money to work to earn some passive income. And when I compare saving $68,800 to making a YouTube channel and generating a few $100, the latter is substantially easier to do than the former. Now, of course, I don't exactly know what this advertising revenue will be in the future. Advertiser rates could change, my viewership could change, all sorts of things could happen. But for now, this is what I'm projecting for the future, around $200. But even though it's only $200, there are additional ways to make money on YouTube, which I will break down in my third source of passive income. So number 3 is my money I make from affiliate links on YouTube. Now, there's an entire backstory that I made related to my affiliate link income and the surprise that I had generating it in a previous video I did, so I recommend checking that one out. But for now, I will break down the high-level overview of what I made on YouTube through affiliate links. The income that I made from affiliate links fluctuates month by month, week by week, and I don't exactly know what it'll be in the future, but conservatively, I estimate it to be around $800 every single month. Now, let me tell you why I think that. As I broke down in my previous video, the money I made from referral links on SoFi was so much money, so much more than I expected, I couldn't actually believe it. Some weeks, I would make $1,500 or more. Some weeks I would make $700, but every single day it seemed I made little by little by little more and more and more money from that amount. And in fact, I made $10,000 on SoFi referrals alone. Now, SoFi wasn't the only company that I referred. I also did Discover and Chase Freedom Unlimited, 2 credit cards, which are very, very good to get. Now, with all of that being said, I did not make my referrals willy-nilly. I did not just throw them out for every other product out there. I only referred products that I actually used and believed in and felt good about referring. And I think that's the key to making money with affiliate links. You have to actually use and like and endorse the product honestly if you want people to sign up for your link. When I first recommended SoFi, I actually didn't know that they had a referral link attached to it. It wasn't until later on that I discovered that. And I think that's what brought a little bit of credibility to my referral, because I actually used and liked it and I just wanted other people to have it. And then when the referral link came out, that's when I began making a little money because other people got benefit out of it because they knew that I was telling the truth and that they would get a product that was good to have. Now, SoFi, Discover, and Chase still have their referral links, so I intend to use them in the future, provided that nothing changes in the future of any of those companies such that I wouldn't want to make those recommendations. So going forward, I expect to make around $800 every single month on affiliate links. Now, this is on the low end of the actual money that I made with these programs. In fact, it's actually much less than I made in a week in most of the time. So I anticipate this to be a conservative estimation, and I look forward to looking back in this video to see exactly how my affiliate income lined up with my prediction. The kind of key takeaway here is that I was blown away by people actually clicking the affiliate links, and it wasn't until I got on YouTube, created a channel, and actually recommended the products that people actually clicked them, obviously. So with that being said, if you're looking to create a YouTube channel or do something, I'd recommend just doing it and starting now, because you don't exactly know what will happen, but chances are a lot more interesting, better, and exciting things will happen doing something as opposed to just waiting. Number 4 on my list of passive income is the money that I make from stock dividends. This comes into around $108 every single month, and it comprises both individual companies and ownership stakes that I have in various index funds which own individual companies. Now, the money I make in stock dividends comes from a few different sources. Number 1 is the 401k that I have. Number 2 is the Roth IRA that I have. And number 3 is my after-tax portfolio that I have. My Roth IRA and 401k are mainly comprised of index funds, something I highly recommend for individual investors out there who don't exactly know a lot about the stock market and don't want to take a tremendous amount of risk and want to spread it out and diversify cheaply and easily. There are many great index funds out there, but anything that captures the broad market, such as the S&P 500 index fund or the total stock market index fund from Vanguard, are very good index funds to own in the future because they pay you money and they also give you broad exposure to the global market. I also have a few individual companies as well, but some of those don't actually pay dividends. For example, we have a pretty sizable position in Amazon, but I don't actually get any dividends from Amazon stock. Earning money from dividends takes a lot of capital upfront to do, and it won't amount to a substantial amount of money until compound interest does its thing for me, and decades from now, that dividend interest hopefully will be substantially more. And lastly, I earn around $23 every month on my high yield saving accounts that I have. I have 3 bank accounts that I primarily use, which include SoFi Money, Wealthfront, and Ally Bank. All of those pay a little under 2% interest. I try not to keep too much cash in any of those accounts because I like to invest my cash, but of course, I need to have an emergency fund, and so keeping it in any of those companies is going to be something where I can earn a little bit of money every month. And even though this is only $23 a month, it adds up, because if you were to leave your money at Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Citibank, you would be earning close to $0 every single month on the money that you left in a savings account. So if you add up all of those different sources, it equals $1,613. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, first off, the power of passive income cannot be understated. The $1,613 is the amount of money that I make no matter what I do. I could be asleep, I could be working, I could be doing whatever I want, and I will be earning that amount of money or more every single month because I set up different streams of income to generate passive income. Secondly, the power of diversifying your income is also incredibly important to do, because if any one of those income streams started to go away, reduce, or whatever, I would still be left with a good deal of passive income. For example, if my YouTube ad revenue went to 0, well, I would still be left with $1,413, give or take, in passive income every month. The inverse is also true. You never know which stream of income is actually going to grow substantially faster than the rest of your passive income. For example, my affiliate income, I didn't expect to earn any money on affiliate link income whatsoever, even after I had a YouTube channel that was monetized. But lo and behold, it amounted to be 4 times greater than the actual ad revenue I made on YouTube. If I would have been narrowly focused on one stream of income, I wouldn't have been able to see the power of different streams and therefore grow my income faster. And lastly, it's a lot easier to build your way to passive income than it is to invest your way to passive income, at least in today's low interest rate environment. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the 10-year Treasury, which is a proxy for your risk-free return rate, is below 2%. Usually all investments are going to be a little bit higher yielding than the risk-free return rate necessarily, because you're taking risk to actually get the return, but it's only going to be to the tune of around 1 to 2 or 3% on average for your typical investment. This means that if I were to try to replicate the passive income that I have today of around $19,000 per year, I would need, at a 4% return, close to $500,000 to do so. For the passive income that I make on YouTube alone of around $1,000 a month, I would need $300,000 of principal in order to get a $1,000 monthly return on a 4% yield of that investment. And let me tell you, it's a lot easier to build my YouTube channel because it's a lot more fun and exciting and dynamic than it would be to try to save $300,000 to get that $1,000 monthly return. So overall, I feel incredibly fortunate that I'm able to have any amount of passive income whatsoever. I remember watching these kind of YouTube videos, reading articles, reading books, and trying to develop my income streams to mirror other people out there who inspired me to do so. For next year, my goal is to have substantially more than $1,613 of passive income every single month. I'm going to continue saving and investing, growing my YouTube channel, and trying to develop alternative streams of income in order to generate more and more money every single month passively. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I hope that this didn't come off as braggadocious whatsoever. I did not intend for that to be the case at all. I just feel very grateful that I'm able to actually generate any passive income whatsoever. And I just wanted to share that with everybody because I really liked watching these kind of videos myself back in the day. So if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Thanks.